Dominic back with another awesome video. Today we're going to run through a quick case study on how we were able to raise the customer lifetime value for one of our partner accounts by over 70%, bringing in over $30 million of annual revenue. So a huge case study here. We're going to go through the exact two simple strategies that we integrated within the first month of working together with these guys that brought in these crazy numbers. So if you've never heard of me before, my name is Dominic Mayu. I run a company called DM Corporations where we help Shopify-based brands scale to millions of dollars of profitable revenue through something that we call revenue optimization. And customer lifetime value optimization and growth is a key and massive part of that. So let's go ahead and get right into this case study. So I do want to be fully transparent off the bat. I do have a pretty intense NDA with these guys, so I'm not going to be naming any brands, any specific products or anything like that. So all the images you guys see in this presentation are not the brand that I'm working with. They're just brands and pictures that I got from Google. So I do want to be transparent there, but all the numbers I'm going to show you are legitimate and extremely powerful. Awesome. So yeah, once again, this is basically just going to be a quick case study on how we grew LTV by over 70% through strategic implementations of subscriptions and a loyalty program. That is all we did. That is the two methods that we took that made this brand an additional $30 million a year by simply growing their LTV. So when we started working together, they were faced with a critical challenge. Their LTV was pretty terrible. It was lagging far behind industry standards, and it was hindering their long-term growth and profitability. When your LTV is low, it's extremely hard to stay profitable on the back end. The larger the business you are, the less profitable that you typically are on the first purchase. So you need them to come back. You need that LTV to continuously grow because that's where the profit lies. So a quick background on this store. They've been around for about 5 years, serving customers in the home goods and decor industry, with candles and wall art being the top sellers. So they've built a really strong brand presence and loyal customer base. People love their brand. They just weren't really coming back. So they came to us seeking to grow their numbers, obviously conversion rate, AOV, LTV, all that stuff, but their LTV was absolutely their lowest hanging fruit. So we brainstormed on, how to do that. So here's some of their numbers. Their LTV was about $102.50 when we came in, where the industry average was about $187. Now, obviously, we want to surpass that industry average every single time. So that was kind of our bare minimum goal was, to get that up by about 80% up to 187 at the least, but continuously, break far past that. So the first thing that we did was just identify the opportunity, right? What opportunities were there that were not being taken advantage of? So recognizing that we needed to do this, we identified two powerful strategies, and almost any e-commerce store can implement these. I understand that it may not apply to every single one out there, but if you put enough thought and enough effort into this, both of these strategies can pretty much be implemented into almost any store across the board. So basically what we did is we implemented a subscription model, which was the biggest driver. That's probably about 80% of this system, and then launched a robust loyalty program. I say robust, to be honest, it was pretty simple. I'm going to walk you through what we did there. But yeah, the subscriptions were really the key piece in this kind of journey, but the loyalty program absolutely made an impact as well. So these obviously were put in place to incentivize repeat purchases and foster just deeper customer engagement with the brand. All right. So what we did first is implement subscriptions. This is so easy to do. Like implementing subscriptions in Shopify stores are so easy. If you have a product that can be on a subscription model, absolutely do it. And if you don't, get creative. Okay. Now, they didn't necessarily have super easy subscription products. I'm going to walk you through exactly the packages that we did set up here shortly. But first things first, what you want to do is just audit your catalog, right? Figure out what items would be well suited for a subscription model and how can you position it to be well suited for a subscription model, right? You might not have any off the bat. So how can you kind of repivot or position it? Or what new products can you add that maybe go along with your main product, etc., right? Like what can you do to offer subscriptions? Because as we all know, recurring revenue is king. So after that, you just want to define what you're offering. That's kind of the same step. And then optimize the subscription UX. That's kind of the positioning I'm talking about. Dial in that positioning. And then the design is super easy. It's super simple. Once you have the positioning dialed in and the copy and everything, there's so many Shopify apps. We use Recharge for all of our subscription models. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. Maybe I should be, but yeah, they're great. I mean, they implement directly into Shopify. They run all of that process for you. It's super easy. It's super simple. It's easy to customize the CSS to make it super on brand. And yeah, that's what I'd recommend there. It's called Recharge. It's in the Shopify App Store. Okay, so these are the actual products that we ended up launching, right? So as I said earlier, the kind of wall art and the scented candles were our top sellers, but we also had vases and floral subscriptions. So that's actually what we really launched first. Is we didn't have these products originally. We didn't carry flowers originally, right? But we had a bunch of vases. Our vases were extremely profitable. So we were trying to figure out ways to sell these vases on a kind of recurring model. They were cheaper and it was just a perfect product. So we kind of brainstormed like, hey, maybe what if we added flowers in this subscription, kind of made it a package. So they actually ended up partnering with a local flower shop, and this is now a subscription. We have I said monthly. This is actually a bi-monthly or every 3-month offer where it basically just delivers a new vase and a fresh, seasonal flower bloom. So super simple, super easy, and people loved this. Absolutely loved this. And then what we did as well is the scented candles, right? Candles in a way are consumable products because they burn down, right? You need new candles. So that was kind of a no-brainer, right? Is okay, how can we get shipments of new candles in the subscription model? So basically what we did there is we have a monthly and a quarterly system with multiple candles. That's the other piece. We actually raised our AOV. So the quarterly system, I believe, has 5 candles. So it actually bumps that AOV up. It's a great deal and it automatically ships those 5 candles. And then another piece, and this one, to be totally honest, has not performed as well. These two have absolutely been the kind of killers. But we also tested kind of a home accents bundle, which was a bi-monthly box of like artisanal home decor. It was like $99. It was simple things and it was random. So that's kind of why we wanted to test the ideas. For some brands, kind of a random subscription, like a random box. I think like FitFab Fun, I believe, is one that's, multiple millions of dollars a month, where it's random like fitness gear that focuses on a women demographic. I believe it's every 3 months. They get a box. They don't know what's going to be in it, but they're very successful. So that was kind of the idea behind this one. Again, it hasn't performed quite as well as the above two, but we do get some takers there. So when you're integrating the subscription, you want to just make it as simple as possible. So that's why I recommend a good Shopify app, because they will handle all of this for you. Once you integrate Recharge, for example, it integrates with all your products. It's super easy to set it up in the back end. Their basic non-coded feature looks fine on the front end, so you don't need a developer at all if you don't want one. And then what I love about them too is you can totally customize how that subscription looks on the front end. Obviously, you can completely customize how it actually works in the back end as far as the products and the pricing and the timing and everything else. It integrates directly into Shopify, so the payments are simple. They actually have their own checkout pages, and it's super easy to manage, right? They actually build that customer account for them. They can log in, they can cancel the subscription, they can add to it, they can pause it, etc. You can set all the settings up in the back end. You just want to make it as simple as possible, right? If it's complicated, nobody's going to buy it, so make it very simple. Awesome. Now that we set up the subscriptions, again, that was the main piece. We also added a loyalty program. So we kept this pretty simple, but we wanted another way to just reward repeat customers. We wanted a way to reward the people that were actually subscribing and purchasing every month or 2 months or 3 months. So what we did is created a basic point system where they can redeem those for discounts, free products, and exclusive offers. We actually took that one step further as well to create tiered rewards. So we had 3 tiers depending on basically how much you've spent over the lifetime. So I can't remember exactly where they're at. I believe tier 1 is 500 or less. I believe tier 2 is between 500 and 1,000 lifetime, and then I believe the VIP tier was 1,000 plus. So the higher the tier they were in, the better offers they got, the more points they actually got for each new purchase. So it kind of encouraged them to get to that next tier. We're doing special offers. This is great. I love the like birthday bonuses. Those work really well. The early bird launches, etc., that only the members have access to. So now that we had all these new campaigns, we had to market them, which was pretty simple, to be totally honest. We didn't really change a whole lot of strategy compared to what we were doing originally, just as far as Meta, Google, email, influencers, things like that. Really, all we did was emphasized the new products and the new offers a little bit more, right? We changed some of the catalogs out and really pushed these. We also ran heavy email campaigns for about 3 months that only pushed these new products, right? So like that, or I shouldn't say only, but 75% of the time push these new products. Same with social media, influencer partnerships, referral programs, etc. We just really pushed these new products. And these were the results. It was over a 70% LTV increase and $30 million in additional annual revenue, which was just huge for these guys. I think customer lifetime value is one of the biggest kind of unsung heroes in the e-commerce and Shopify realm. Most store owners actually have no idea what their LTV actually is or how to increase it. But getting customers to come back is one of the most is one of the easiest ways to increase your profit, right? Because your CPA just drops significantly. If you can raise that LTV to 2 or 3 purchases over the course of a year or way more, just your life is going to be so much easier. You're going to have to acquire less people, you're going to have to spend less money, you're going to make more money, and it's just going to be better. So here's some kind of key takeaways. First things first is just understand your customers, right? By deeply understanding our customers, our needs and or their needs and preferences, we were able to develop these subscription offers and loyalty offers that resonated with them, right? Like I said, with the flower and vases, we did not have flowers before. We went and added this subscription. It was a new product. It was a new partnership. It was a lot of work. I'm not going to lie, but it was a lot that went into that. But now it's making millions and millions and millions of dollars. So understand your customers and make something for them. Another piece, and we've talked about this, is just make it as easy as possible for them to sign up. Use data to optimize it, and then make sure that everything kind of just works together, right? So yeah, those are kind of the key takeaways. The subscription was the biggest game changer here. The loyalty program has absolutely made a big impact as well. So yeah, as long as driving long-term growth, this is just what you need to do, right? You need to build that brand loyalty. You need to get that recurring revenue, and then you can expand so much more from there. You can let it kind of run on autopilot from there, right? With these subscriptions, they just stack on top of each other. Sure, people cancel, but more people are signing up than people are canceling. So every single month, this brand's recurring revenue is growing. Every single month, this brand's recurring revenue is growing. That's such a powerful piece in the e-commerce game. So yeah, guys, I hope this video helped. I hope it made sense. I hope that this gives you some ideas to integrate into your brand. If you are a Shopify-based e-commerce brand doing at least $10,000 a month, I would love to talk and see if there is any potential in us working together and having my team and I help grow your brand to millions of dollars of profitable revenue every month, every year. And yeah, we'll see what's out there. So if you are doing at least 10 grand a month and you are on Shopify, there's going to be a link below where you can schedule a call with me. There's going to be 2 links below as well. One with the custom AI conversion rate optimized bot that you can download. It can write all your copy, it can write all your emails, it can give you tips into your business. It's a badass bot that my team and I have spent a lot of time to create. There's also going to be a link where you can sign up for our free 1-hour e-commerce mastery course. That's just a basic course walking through some of the best e-commerce best practices. So those are both totally free. Booking a call is totally free. 100% your call if you want to do either of those. But I hope this video helped, and I hope it makes an impact for your brand. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.